The following program may contain strong language and mature content. Viewer discretion is advised.
It's not too ghetto. No, it's not too ghetto.
Yeah. We're here, y'all. Wait a minute, let me turn this off. Wait a minute.
You better check yourself, respect yourself. You better
Wait a minute.
because I'm known for something. I'll tell you why there's no love.
Y'all know we here. Are you sharing this shit? You share everything else? Well, then I got a copy of this right here. Wait. Y'all know mother's here, baby. It's going down. Wait a minute. I gotta get this over here. I see y'all. Are you sharing? Are you sharing this video? You share everything else? Yeah. Darnell, I see y'all. Hey. Wait a minute. All these cash apps coming through already. Damn, y'all. Oh, okay. Kill the music, DJ. Kill the music. Okay, listen. I wanted to do something different in 2023, y'all. Something really, fun and something, a little change of pace. So, we're going to switch it up the whole year, y'all. So I wanted to do tonight kicking off my new my new little thing that I want to do tonight. And that is having special guests come on, and we can do all of the slides and the pictures. All that stuff is wonderful. But I wanted to have special guests in 2023. And there's nothing like the special guest of all special guests. My first guest will be none other. Wait a minute. Let me go over here. I done lost my comments. Wait a minute. The special guest of all special guests is my sister. You know what, Kwame? Just roll it. Roll it, Kwame. Roll it. Oh my God, y'all! Can y'all show some love for my sister Jamaica Jatoy? Jamaica, if you smoking that weed, it's gonna be a problem. Are you smoking that weed?
I'm gagging because I had just popped a gummy in my mouth, and when you said, "Okay, just roll it," I thought you was finna show some commercial or some shit. And when it popped up, I'm sitting up here in my bra and my panties.
Oh my God!
Hi, Tyesse Squad.
Hi, y'all show some love. Put some green hearts up for Jamaica, the living legend, the icon herself, Jamaica damn Jatoy. Listen, I'm going to say some pleasantries. I see Valerie Spencer in the background, y'all. I am sipping off of Bombay. I'm almost done with it. Bombay Sapphire. And I had a little Tanqueray earlier. So I feel good all over like 70 meals in 87, y'all. So okay, live chat. Let me go back over here. See, this is what happens when you
Okay.
running and you,
Let me dish you some tea right quick. Valerie Spencer,
okay.
out of all of Southern California and all that it embodies, with all of the gays and the sissies and the punks and the fags and the trans and the respectable ones as well, under the lettuce, gay, bacon, tomato, quinoa community, Valerie Spencer is the first gay person that I had ever met outside of high school.
Oh wow.
Yes.
And you see, when I was in high school, I didn't know any gay people. I thought I was the only gay person in Pasadena. I never saw any other gay people. There was this one boy named Venus, and he passed away. I mean, Lawrence, he passed away, and Venus is still living. But I heard of them, but I never saw them. They were like unicorns. So I thought I was the only gay person in the whole world.
Mm-hmm.
So Valerie Spencer is kind of like your Blanca Evangelista from Pose to you.
My friend, his name was, I'll never forget his name. His name was James Osborne. And it was the last day of school. You know, on the last day of school, you know, you go, you take your books back, you get your report card, you speak to people, you sign yearbooks, and you kind of go. It's not a full day of school.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, I want you to go over to my friend's house with me. He's gay.
Right.
You're like him. You're like him. This is before the transition, because I don't never disrespect the trans community by using they other name and shit like that.
Right.
So I said, okay. And we went over like Crenshaw Hyde Park area.
Oh.
And we got there, and this bitch came to the motherfucking door, Tyesse.
Valerie?
With the longest set of real nails that I had ever seen in my life, on his way. I'm saying him because that's how I met Valerie.
Yes. And
was in the doorway with hair jacked up in the front with styling gel, beautiful skin, feminine as all outdoors. I had never seen nothing like that in my face. And that bitch said hello and was talking like Eartha Kitt.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
Valerie Smith, you know, Valerie is one of them people where Valerie has always been the same person. I don't even have a moment where I can say, you know, Valerie switched up on me, or Valerie just always been Valerie. I don't know anything other than Valerie.
Let me tell you something. Valerie Spencer will give you that corporate tea and them Jeopardy words and the speech of life. But bitch, when the microphone
I know.
When the microphone is off and mama take that wig off,
will lay you to bed. I already know. She's an Aquarius. I'm an Aquarius.
Bitch, Bruce will get you together.
Listen, okay, so everybody knows you, Jamaica, but some people, may not know you until you're introduced how other people know you. So many people know you as Jamaica Jatoy, the legendary scene stealer from all of these movies and stuff, and the legendary $40 from Baby Boy. Tell everybody, first of all, how did you meet John Singleton? Because, in Hollywood, these girls be like, I was sitting in a coffee shop and John Singleton wanted some sugar from me and I gave him a sugar. How did you meet John Singleton? And you know how they be telling these damn fantastical stories. I had a car accident on Sepulveda, and it was Tyler Perry that hit me. You know. How did you meet John Singleton?
I'm a speed through it, but because it's long, but I don't like long drawn out stories because people lose interest. So basically, at the age of 19, I had a choice. My grandma said, you don't have to go to college, but you can go to college or you can get a job, either or. I trust you. So I registered with some temp agencies. Back then it was Kelly, Volt, and Apple One.
I remember Volt.
I was typing. They got me a job at Capitol Records. I left Capitol Records and went to Motown Records. When I left Motown Records, I went on and went to college. I went to Berkeley. When I left Berkeley and came back, I went back to Motown. Left Motown and went to Sony. He was at that time doing Boys in the Hood. Okay. I didn't work on that film. I knew who John Singleton was. That was it. Then I started hanging out with this gay boy on the set of A Different World, where Jada was young back there then, and Marissa Tomei. And y'all know Debbie Allen, the cast and crew. So I'm eating with them, I'm hanging with them, I'm speaking to them, and I'm being Jamaica Detroit, making friends.
Yes.
The first celebrity friend that came over to me, spoke to me, and exchanged numbers with me was Tina Marie.
Okay, the late great Tina Marie.
Right. By me working at Motown, I had seen her in the building. She came over, she spoke, she asked me what did I do for them. I told her, and we became cool. Not hanging out girlfriends. I ain't never been to Tina Marie house. We wasn't like that. But we kept a cool friendship. One day I went to a party and John was there. And you know, gays by just default hang around pretty decent women, or what they called back then in the 80s and 90s, dime pieces. So men would tap you on the shoulder and say, God damn, who was that? And who was that he with? So somebody came over to me. They asked me who I was with. The girl went over and spoke, went on about her business, forgot what happened. About the third time, I'm at another function. This is 4 or 5 years later. And John sent somebody over to ask me who I was with. And I walked over to him. I said, I'm about tired of you. The next bitch I bring up in here and you ask who it was, I'm going to make sure they got a dick between their legs. And he fell out laughing. He said, what is your name? Because I see you everywhere and everybody I know knows you. And I said, my name is Jamaica. He said, what did your mama name you? I said, nothing. She's dead. He looked at me because I'm talking to him, but I'm not acting like, oh my God, this is John Singleton, bitch. This is John. I'm just talking to him. What's up, baby? No, I was gonna say, do you want me to meet you? And so, you good. So I was, that was it. And then he said to me, where are you working? And I told him I was working at Sony. That was it. And that was all. I seen John about 3 or 4 more times within a 3-year span. He was gearing up for higher learning. And he called me and I said, hello. He said, hey, what you doing? I said, nothing. Who is this? He said, John. I said, John, who? He was like, John. I said, bitch, I know 5 Johns. Click. He called back laughing the whole time. So the end of the story is we end up, where are you at? I'm at Sony. Me too. What part of Sony? By the commissary. Me too. You know, what are you doing? I'm busy right now, John. Like, what is this call for? I'm talking to him like this. He said, come holler at me right quick. I need you for something. I meet him in the commissary. He's talking to me. He tells me he wants me to be his assistant. He's interested in hiring me. He done all his background check. And he slides me this piece of paper with this money on it, with this amount on it. And I pushed it back to him and I said, I will take your offer, but I think this is what got me the job. He's never told me this. I said, the only way I can accept this money from you, John, is if you allow me to leave my department as if I'm still running it. I can't just look at your money and leave this department all fucked up because they really depend on me. And that impressed him. He said, how much time do you need? I said, can you give me 2 months? He said, yeah. That was it.
And the rest is history. Oh my God. So that, that one, encounter, that's why I be telling people, you never know who's watching you. You never know who you're going to meet in life, and shit just turn around and, your catchphrase is right up there with Any More Letters Come and all of them catchphrases. $40 is viral on TikTok. I mean, so you have really, really laid a great foundation for entertainment.
He kept asking me when we did higher learning, he was like, do you want a piece of this? Of course, I'm not knowing the lingo. Do I want a piece of what? Like, do you want a piece of this? Do you want to be in it? Do you want to just walk down the street next to Tyra? Because at that time, he was dating Tyra Banks.
I remember.
They was a Hollywood couple. And I was like, no. And then people would come to the set, Mr. Gordon Parks, Dick Gregory, Mario Van Peebles, and his daddy, Spike Lee. People were coming to the set, and I was like, hey. And all this time, John is watching me, and he's going, this nigga is really uninfected by these people. Like, I really fuck with him. Until like 3-4 years into working with him, Tyesse, I had to tell him very emotionally, nigga, thank you. Like, I am a fag. with French tip. No, this is how I talked to John, because John was a real one. Nigga, I'm a faggot with French tip motherfucking nails and a ponytail with diamonds and shit. And you are just letting me run around here and handle your business. And I love it. And he was like, I've never heard nobody who has had an encounter with you that didn't appreciate your presence.
Yeah.
And so we did Higher Learning, Rosewood, not specifically in that order. Remember the Time, Michael Jackson video, a couple of commercials, some documentaries. And he kept asking me, do you want a piece of this? I was like, no. And then when we did Baby Boy, he said, you got to do this one scene for me. And it was going to be in the mall, me and Giorgio.
Mm-hmm. The great Giorgio Van Gogh.
And they scrapped the scene. And so I'm not no hater. I appreciated Baby Boy, but I knew what entertainment, my biggest thing, and this is something that I've never really shared with too many people, but I'll just keep it real because it's you. People have always asked me, Jamaica, you have a wonderful personality. Why won't you be bigger? Why don't you start a YouTube channel? Why don't you start a TikTok? Why don't you do a podcast? When you going to be in some more movies? And I'll be like, that's not really for me. That has to be your passion.
Yeah.
I know I'm fucking funny. I know I light up a room. I know I am, as my sister Tyesse say, I know I am that bitch. That is not my fucking passion. It gives me a headache, but I have done it for a face. So when Monique had hair shows, she said, come do this movie with me. I was like, Monique, I can't keep playing gay hairdressers. Because after Baby Boy, I'm a hairdresser. Everybody in the world know me and Kim Whitley and Lisa Ray is best friends. Lisa Ray did beauty shop with Queen Latifah. Come be a hairdresser. Girl, no. So I said, you can use Chris Lane. They took Chris Lane. He did the Vogue thing. I did that for Chris Lane.
I remember.
When we did hair show, I said, no, I don't want to do that. But you talking about hosting the hair show? Get Giorgio. I'll do what Monique need me to do, but you need to call Giorgio.
Mm-hmm. And you know, speaking of Chris Lane, I speak his name. You know, my brother, he's gone through a lot. But you know, sometimes Jamaica, I don't know if you feel this way. Sometimes, you know, people, Hollywood, the scene, it can be too much for people. You know, and it's just I always think of Chris Lane. I just feel like Chris Lane could be right up there with you and a lot of the, you know, but. You know, life just happens. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, but I always think of Chris. I really think of Chris, and I'm constantly praying for my brother all the time. You know,
he's good. We talk often.
Yeah, I just wish, you know, everybody from that era, you know, would just be, in my mind, all of us, you know, everybody from that era should be, you know, just mega stars. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. At the end of the day, me and Jamaica, I'll tell this story very briefly because I know people are like, bitch, we done heard this story a million times. So me and Jamaica, we were arch rivals, enemies for a very long time, you know, for about, I would say 20 plus years, until a mutual friend connected us to figure out what the fuck was going on. And the mutual friend was like, dude, Tyesse even know what's going on? And I was like, I was outside of a funeral of one of Jamaica's best friends. And I spoke to Jamaica. I was like, Jamaica, hi. And Jamaica said, why are you speaking to me? You know you don't like me.
I said, you know I don't like you and you don't like me, bitch. I sure did.
And that shit fucked with me for a long time, for years. And over time, it kind of faded away. But I was like, why did she say that? I never understood. It was a great mystery. But then, you know, shit came about and, you know, Jamaica and I reunited. And that first conversation we had, Jamaica said, girl, listen, we don't have to go out to the Stinking Rose or go out to, what's that nasty restaurant over there on Jefferson? It's overpriced. We ain't got to go to Harold and Bell's. You know, we just, you know, let's do baby steps, Tyesse. And that's what we did. And then after we did the baby steps, it worked. Because we didn't try to force it and try to make it something that it wasn't. So it definitely worked.
You have to, adults, I don't care if you're 30, 40, 50, 28, was raised by a grandmother, got 3 degrees. I don't give a fuck. At some point, you got to take accountability for the shit that you bring into your life. Mm-hmm. So when people would mention Tyesse, my job wasn't to tear Tyesse down. I just made it plain and simple. I don't fuck with her. I do not like her. I don't. Why you don't like Tyesse? I do not fuck with her. Fuck her. And I was calling you Mrs. Garrett behind your back. That Mrs. Garrett bitch. I don't fuck with Mrs. Garrett. One day, I did. And one day, but I never talked about you bad. I just like, I don't fuck with her. And one day, the mutual friend said, well, girl, do she even know why you mad? I don't know. I don't give a fuck. And he said, Jamaica. And I said, you know what? Give me Tyesse's number. I'm going to call her. And he called. He said, hello. And I said, hi, Tyesse. He said, he wanted to chuckle a little bit because he didn't know what the fuck I wanted his number for. And I told him, I said, Tyesse, it's possible that I may owe you an apology, but I wanted to first tell you what brought about this conversation. And I told him, and he said, Jamaica, I don't remember saying that. I said, well, you can't apologize. I'm not going to make you apologize for some shit that you don't remember saying, because that's not a genuine apology. So just wipe it. But I'll tell you this. I have no ill feelings towards you. I'm sorry that this much time went on. I heard you just defended me about a live I did. And I appreciate that. When he told me what I did at the funeral, I ended up apologizing to Tyesse. True tea.
Mm-hmm.
I ended up apologizing to him. And I said, we ain't got to be good girlfriends. We ain't got to jump up in each other's faces and calling, what you doing, girl? And buying birthday gifts. But we can be cordial to each other. And we have been. That was 4 years ago.
Yeah, time flies. So, and then we had a mutual friend, the legendary, iconic Miss Bouvier. We had a mutual friend in common. And that's
the bitch I don't like.
But you know what? I think she was like my best friend before Ariel, right? I just think she was misunderstood, Jamaica. Maybe she was misunderstood as this. What you think?
No, that bitch wasn't misunderstood. She was a crook. She was a motherfucking fraud, and she was fake, and she had hidden. Now, this is how fair I am. Now, listen, bitch, I'm unfiltered. Don't bring me on your motherfucking show if I can't keep it real. I feel sad for anybody who passes on to another life as miserable as she was. But you can't go through life and not know that karma exists. You was a dirty bitch. Yes.
Okay. She was in a lot of pain.
Kyrie said, well, damn, Jamaica, what do you like?
She was in a lot of pain. All of the men that my sister had in her life, they were all leeches. They were all leeches and users. She was looking for love. Then she placed all that energy into doing these fabulous events and shit. And it was just a mess, Jamaica. I don't know. But a lot of people have suffered mistaken identity behind her. A lot of people.
I would like to make a reservation for Tyesse Jackson for one. Yeah, I'm reserving you a space in heaven because you're speaking nicely of Bouvier. Yeah, the back row. The back
we were
row
not friends at the time of her.
The back row near the brunch table will be perfect. Okay, thank you. All right. Now, what happened?
Me and her, we were not friends at the time of her death, right? We were not friends at the time of her death. What happened was, she was a legendary rocker, stunt queen, and we were out doing our little whoop whoop bam bam. And our last argument, our second to last argument was she gave me a return to take up in the store in Sherman Oaks. Okay.
That story, I'm gonna let you tell it, but it is fucking hilarious and I'm ready for it.
She gave me a return to take up in the damn one of the stores in Sherman Oaks. And I told her, I said, girl, they did not accept the return because the receipt is outside of the 2-week window. Which it's only a day. Girl, it doesn't matter. They're not accepting it. It's 15 days. It's supposed to be 14 days. Well, girl, when I send you to do something, I expect you to follow through with it. Wait a minute, hold up, bitch. Who the fuck are you talking to? You got me fucked up. And that's how she talked to people.
Yeah.
She talked to people like you were her underlings or understudy and dream girls. I was like, wait a minute, hold up, bitch.
Right.
And then she got out of prison. We made up. She got out of prison. She got out of jail. And then I was working at the mailbox place, and she came in. I gave her a mailbox because you just out of jail. You need an address. And I told her, I said, now, girl, if you do anything, please just do it lightly. If you do any whoop, whoop, bam, bam, any tea, don't blow. This is where I work at, girl. This is my job. I'm not here. I've been here over a decade, girl. Please, girl, don't do anything crazy at my job. I'm
Right.
giving you a free motherfucking mailbox.
Right.
Jamaica, I came to work that Friday. Bitch, it was boxes all in front of the door. I said, girl, I told you not to.
Yes, little beast.
And she was like, girl, why are you switching up on me at the last minute? Bitch, this is my job. I'm not volunteering here. She just had no concept.
Did I tell you why we fell out?
Why?
One day I found out all of her tea later, but she was fucking with this boy who I later found out that he was an escort.
Oh, I know him.
And his mother's name was Doris. And he
You're not
lived out.
lying.
Her name was Doris. He called me and told me that he wanted to take the boy out to a Tyler Perry play. I called down to the William Morris
You're not
agency.
lying.
I called Charles King, and I said, Charles King, that was Tyler Perry's agent. I said, hey, this is Jamaica. He said, hey, Jamaica, what's going on? I said, nothing. Can I get 3 tickets for the Tyler Perry play? He said, sure. I got him the tickets. I let them go. The Hoodie Awards came around. He wanted to take them to the Hoodie Awards. I was already going to the Hoodie Awards. I got him 3 tickets, and he came with me and Lisa Ray and Benzino. We went to Hoodie Awards. By this time, we're already friends. We're cool. He's never used my address or none of that other shit. He bought me this like $4,000 mattress, a mattress that I kept for years.
I had that same mattress. You ain't lying.
He witnessed how easy it was that I worked for John and I could call and get Lion King tickets, Pantages tickets, concert tickets, T-shirts, Nikes, Prada suits, Gucci suits. I could have it sent wherever. One day I had called and some event was going on. I believe it was the Nickelodeon Choice Awards, and one of my friends had wanted tickets. So I called up there, and when I called, the girl answered the phone. She said, Jamaica. I said, yeah. She said, I know you. She said, but somebody called here for 10 tickets and used your name. Okay. Speeding through all that, I had found out that she had called, because when you come to my house, I had every DVD known to man in alphabetical order, because they would send them to John, all the studios, the box sets, Nightmare on Elm Street, the box set, all of the 007s, the box set, all Alfred Hitchcock, the box set, just everything was the box set. And that bitch was calling, using my name, getting free shit.
Yeah.
And you're fucking with my job. I am working for a fucking millionaire, bitch. You don't call around and use my name. And I just stopped fucking with her. And then when she went to jail this last time and got out of jail looking like a big bucket of what the fuck?
Jamaica.
Fuck her.
Hey.
Oh, no.
Legend.
I
am in the presence of greatness.
Let me just get this out. I'm going to get this out for the world to see, and whether they see it or not, I don't care, because it's the absolute truth. Thank you, Jamaica, for paving the way for so many of us now in this day. It's a lot of people that probably, I hear a lot of the young people say, well, I don't know who she is. Or that. You don't have to know who she is. What you do have to do is respect the fact that she was here before you. And so I just think that so many of us, like Tyesse and yourself, need to get their flowers, because we got a chance to experience times that will never, ever happen again. Just thank you. I just wanted to thank you publicly for who you've been and who you are. You're amazing to me, and I will always acknowledge that and respect that. You are literally the first entertainment I really saw.
Oh, that is really sweet.
Absolutely amazing.
You
Thank
gonna
you.
make me cry. You gonna make me cry. Shit,
I
damn.
Well, it's the
dog.
truth. It's the truth, well, honey. Get used to crying because anybody that's going to tell you the truth is going to tell you the truth. That is the absolute truth. You are one of the most entertaining people on stage, off stage,
Wait.
period.
Tony, I got something for you. Remember her? Wait a minute.
What's going on? What happened?
Remember her?
Ah,
Where you go, Tyesse?
come on.
I remember why that was legendary.
Baby, I'm
Legendary.
gonna bring her back.
Legendary. So
I'm gonna
you probably
bring her
don't know
back.
this Jamaica. Look, you probably don't know this Jamaica, but I would go over. I would literally be over Marshall's house, and Marshall would be making your gowns.
Yeah,
And she would go, okay, well, I'm gonna show you how to sew this applique on, and I would help him sew the appliques on your dress.
yeah.
And, I mean,
I miss Marshall.
a lot of people didn't get a chance to probably see that or know about that.
Bitch, I've been knowing you that long.
but
Wait a minute, y'all talking
Let me-
about Marsha? Y'all talking about Marsha that used to play the piano, the
yeah,
organ?
Marshall.
Marshall
Oh, yeah,
Petty.
he passed away. Oh my God.
Yes,
Sir Marshall, when I
years
first
ago.
started doing my benefits, I wasn't fucking with James Poole because every time you go pick up your shit from James Poole, either the house smelled like cat pee or it was niggas in the bedroom fucking with shit stains on the sheets. Come back here, Tyesse. Bring your ass back here, bitch. I tell the truth. Fuck James Poole. And it was never reliable, or you give him money for fabric and he be done took your fabric and made some goddamn drapes for another bitch, and you come in there and got some kitchen curtains from next door. No, I don't fuck with James Poole like that, but I like her. She's my sister.
Okay,
Fuck
long
her.
as you like her, because baby,
I do.
James is legendary. James makes some nice stuff.
James is legendary. Bitch, if you let me tell your Thai squad something. If you need something made, he just got to a place where he put a lining in your shit in some pockets, so and a zipper, so you're blessed. He's graduated. But the designs are sickening. But I'm telling you now, if you getting married August 8th and you need your dress, you lie, bitch, and say your event is June 13th, because you will get over there for your fitting, mama, and you will end up at your event in some leggings and some Uggs and a tube top.
That's only because you know everybody has levels of.
Oh, here we go. Another Christian in the room trying to take up for these months.
No, but look. I'm not trying to be a Christian.
First it was Tyesse with Bouvier. Now it's you with James Poole.
I get my dress, so I get it. Trust me.
Now there is one of our sisters. I'm not gonna call her name, but they say she be putting white zippers in black dresses.
Crystal Masters.
Oh, no. I not want you to say.
Wait, so let me tell you this, Jamaica. Let me tell you this. Do you remember Griffith Park? Well, I'm sure you do. The van. You remember
the Leimert Park shuttle bus.
Do you remember, baby, that van? Baby, that was the party van. That was the party van at Griffith Park.
My grandmother had a soccer mom van, Tyesse, and I used to pick the girls up at Griffith Park and we would circle the loop.
Oh wow. Now my Griffith Park experience was that's when the study they wouldn't let you sit in there long if you were underage. There was this old punk that used to work there, and she would always ask you for your ID. Not Steve. It was an old man. He was real old, and he would work at the study, and he would card you every time you came up in there if you didn't look over 21. But we would go to the Pink Elephant liquor store on Western, up the street from the Coral Sands, and we would get us a bottle of Taka Vodka and Super Sacco, and we would have that before we even got to the study. So, because we know, and I love Michael to death, but y'all know Michael was putting the cheap liquor in the good liquor bottles. So that's why we said, Michael, I love you, brother.
Wait, Taka Vodka?
Taka Vodka. We was drinking that vodka. It just said vodka on the bottle. It didn't even have a company. It just said vodka.
That is hilarious.
That's
Somebody
what he
just sent
said.
me a cash app. Thank you, whoever that
Yeah,
is.
y'all sent Jamaica and whoever a cash app. We're the queen of cash apps.
That's
We was
my well.
living part
Somebody
that
did put in the message thing. They said, "Is Jamaica Totoya your right cash app?" I say, "Yeah."
Let me tell y'all something. Those days were legendary. Did we take our break? Oh, we did not take a break. Okay, y'all, we're gonna run to a commercial break, y'all, and hang with us, Tony, for a few extra moments. Jamaica, we'll be right back, y'all. Kwame, give us a commercial break really quickly. Okay, y'all still here. Okay. Because I
yes.
know, with trade calls, I understand with trade calls. Okay. So y'all, I wanted to talk about this, Jamaica, because I was gonna move to Atlanta. And I called you and I was talking to you. You was running over some things to me because I'll be honest with y'all, I've never visited Atlanta. So I was gonna move to Atlanta, but then people started saying that there are no tops in Atlanta. It's everybody's bottoms in Atlanta. And I ran that by Jamaica. I said, Jamaica, is that true? Is in Atlanta, is it nothing but bottoms? Is a top shortage? And me and Jamaica had a really in-depth conversation. Jamaica, expound on that a little more, Jamaica.
What I said to Tyesse is, it's really hard for anybody when you're moving to a city. If you're moving to New York, when you start getting a bunch of opinions about New York, that's their opinion of New York. So try to cut down on asking everybody that. People should do an assessment of Tyesse and seeing if Atlanta is a good place for Tyesse to go. My answer to Tyesse was, it depends on why you're moving. The opportunities for Black people in Atlanta of growth and business are excellent, as smart as you are. But Georgia is a red state. Atlanta is Black and niggerish as a motherfucker, but the rules and regulations that they have to abide by are country. Even though you are from Mississippi, you have now been cultured into a city life. To go and live in the country is much different. With that being said, sexually, not that he's out there, his whorish days is over somewhat, because he be on live sometime and I'll be seeing shadows and elbows, but that's his business. But in Atlanta, I got disgusted with Atlanta because, as an advocate of everybody on this live, and if you don't know, you do, most people do know, May 1st is my 30th anniversary of full-blown AIDS. And when I go out there and they want me to sit on these panels about AIDS awareness, I'm like, bitch, we know it's here. How much more aware do you need to be when y'all in the bathroom with 4 other people putting cum all on your face and putting it on Twitter? Where in the fuck do y'all work? Don't y'all have kids and nieces and nephews that be on the social media and y'all faces is not covered? They just nasty. And then Tyesse said, well, girl, I heard it ain't no tops. I say, honey, everybody, these kids in Atlanta wake up to homemade biscuits and pork chops and grits and eggs and sweet tea. They not eating frozen waffles and Takis out of a bag. So everybody at the age of 14, 15 got big old dicks. Once you smoke that meth, bitch, you start fucking each other. That's what I told her. If anybody on this live is gay and they have a boyfriend and he has gone to Atlanta for any sort of business, bitch, he cheated.
Oh wow. Wow. Oh wow.
They'll walk up to you and say, what's up? They'll
God.
walk up to you and say, what's up with you? And you be like, I'm here with my nigga. They be like, well, what's up with both of y'all? They don't care. They will turn you on to the freakiest shit. Not the graphic of Mary J.
Oh well. Sir Tony, the incomparable Sir Tony, what are your views of Atlanta? How would you recommend it to somebody?
Okay, let me say one thing, and then I'm gonna let Tony talk. For you, the outskirts of Atlanta, Sandy Springs, Conyers, Duluth, Douglasville, places like that, not Atlanta Midtown where Miss Portia Paris and Miss Eddie and Miss Holly Simone Saxillion, and not the tainted places. No.
Okay, let me just do this disclaimer. Portia Paris, Rick, have mercy, Percy, all of y'all, please do not. This is Jamaica speaking. All of y'all, Eddie.
Rick can't fight.
Oh, y'all, I'm sorry, Eddie. That's Jamaica. Okay, Tony, go.
She can't fight either.
Honestly,
that bitch, Miss Eddie is walking around still to this day with capital gums and lowercase teeth that are 50 shades of motherfucking gray. That bitch needs some of these. I can't take them out because I got Gorilla Glue on these bitches because I ate a pork chop. She needs some of these. Don't be rocking back and forth, Tyesse. You know I don't have no filter. Fuck them.
Okay, so Tony, what are your thoughts on the peach state?
To be honest, I really don't know much about it. Every time I go to Atlanta, I'm working, so I never get a chance to really enjoy it.
You know, Sabrina, sis, you always talking about I'm working. I never get a chance. I never get a chance to go around. I know. I had to flat iron Nicki Minaj hair last night. I had to take a wet set out of Beyonce rollers and stuff. So you never get a chance to see nothing, huh?
If you let me tell my experience, see, I don't want the Tyesse report to be labeled that the guests don't get to speak. Okay, I don't want that to be out there like that.
Okay, go ahead. Tell your experience of Atlanta. Okay, first of all, my sister is a tourist, so okay, go from there. Go ahead.
Okay, so this is really it. So whenever I go to Atlanta, I have tried to be a hoe. For some reason, I don't know what it is. I meet people and it never, I don't know. We end up being friends or they start telling me their problems and it turns into a whole counseling situation. But literally, I don't know what it is. I've tried.
You don't fit in, honey. You don't do drugs.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not.
Yeah, you gotta take a bump.
But what I will say is that when I've gone out to the clubs and stuff, no one speaks. They stare, but no one speaks. I say hi, and then they look like they've seen the ghost, and then I try to and then it just gets tiresome. And I'm like,
sometimes I look at you, Tony, and you look black. Then you look mixed. Today you look like an Iranian, a math teacher or some shit. So they may be thrown off by that. Sometimes you give me that little trade mix look, but today you look like a fucking mathematician, an Iranian mathematician.
But that's okay. As long as it's somebody making some money, I'm good with it.
Right.
Okay, but, so y'all listen.
But Atlanta has always been. This is what I absolutely love about Atlanta. I love the blackness of Atlanta.
I do too.
I love being able to go everywhere and see, our brothers and sisters working, whether it's at the Waffle House, the airport. You see them in places that you would normally see them here. there.
No. Whereas all the black people out here won't work. When you go into McDonald's and Wendy's and the Waffle House, the bitch is gonna have 3 purple braids and a gold tooth, and your order will be wrong. And you may have to jump over the counter and fight for your sweet and sour. And your order gonna be fucked up, but she works there and she's gonna give you that country good morning and speak and hold the door open. The hospitality is definitely there. I was impressed by the education opportunities. You can go to college online out there. Like you can literally go and sign up for a college course online and get a check sent to you every 3 months for $3,000. Atlanta Clark, Morris Brown, Georgia Tech, Georgia U, they're all out there. Atlanta Tech, there's Spelman, Morehouse. It's so much. And in the history, the museums and the Coca-Cola Museum and the aquarium and the Underground Railroad and Joseph E. Lowry and Robert Abernathy, all that shit is just there.
And let me just do this because I didn't give my beloved friend Tony Walk a proper introduction. Tony Walk is a hairstylist extraordinaire, a makeup artist extraordinaire. If there's a celebrity in Hollywood, he has worked with them, and he's from movie sets to porno sets to all the sets. He's done it, in Hollywood. And, he's very humble about it. He's always been that person. He don't be bragging about like, I just did such and such hair and makeup. And he will paint you because he's painted me. He will paint you for 59 funerals. You will be dusted.
Bitch, I don't know nobody walking LA that will paint up a dead bitch. He painted up somebody one time and this nigga looked so good. I said, I would have fucked you dead. You look better than
now. Tony has this thing. Tony has painted some of our sisters. I believe. Yeah, you painted Kiwi.
Laverne.
Laverne. I can't do it. I couldn't do it. You painted Laverne. You painted Kiwi. I'm like, how do you have the strength to do that?
To be honest, you know what? If I'm painting them 9 times out of 10, it's because I enjoy the person that asked me to do it or the person that's deceased. So like Deja, Kiwi, Laverne, all of them, those are people that were very instrumental in my life growing up when it came to beauty and came to learning how to drag and learning, what it's like to have to be in the club as a family and shows and stuff like that. So it was almost like my last gift to them. To be able to say, I know you would want people to view you in this way. So let me go ahead and do this because, and it's not, literally I'm doing it because I have such a high respect for these people.
Now, there's one person, I don't know how you did it, and that is your beloved late mother, Tony. I tried to do it. I walked in another room and I walked out. So I don't know how you did that.
Yeah, and to be honest, I didn't really remember the process. Like, I don't never remember the process of doing them. I just remember, looking at them and saying, "Okay, this is the last show. Let's go, let's go,
let's go, let's go." Well, let's shift the atmosphere just a little bit. We would be remiss to have 2 legends, 2 icons on and not talk about what the fuck happened to the LA nightlife scene where there's absolutely nothing to fucking do in LA. You're stuck watching Hulu and Netflix and trying to entertain trade all night. What happened to the LA nightlife, Jamaica?
Why you come to me first, bitch?
What happened, Jamaica? What happened to our scene? Because girls are going to Vegas and San Diego.
It's a combination
for the weekend.
It's a combination of things for me. I think here we go with the names, but I just why you doing like this?
Go ahead.
Listen. I'll never listen. I'm being serious. I will never put you in jeopardy of being.
Oh, I know that.
Or disrespect. But I'm just a bitch. I don't fear nothing. So I'm just real. So when I say a bitch name, I know she's not coming to my house to confront me.
Okay, go ahead.
James
what?
Poole.
Go ahead. Take it from the top.
Right. So the Ivan Daniels and the stop. Listen to what I'm about to say. It's not bad. The Ivan Daniels and the Michael Lafayette's and the Lewises of the Horizon and the Caper Room and the Annex and all that, for me, is a combination. Most of them got hooked up with drugs. I'm not putting Ivan in that. But Lewis, we all know what went on at the Horizon. We all know what was going on in the Annex. We all know what was going on at the study. That with the combination of, it's like disco music left, house music kind of left, and people was playing hip hop, and the younger generation came. And with the younger generation came, so did the fights, so did the disrespect. So when I remember going to the club, and so do maybe Tony and maybe yourself, when we used to walk into the Catch One, Jules Room, mostly bars, not clubs. When you walk in there was a set amount of people always at the bar that you seen, whether it was Judy Jones, whether it was Alvine, whether it was Billy the DJ, it was always, or they was Steve Hawkins. They had just got to finish playing cards in the Caper Room, and then they would hit the bar. When you got there 10:30, 11 o'clock, they were already there for happy hour 7:30 or 8. Those older people wasn't used to the younger people coming up in there fighting and disrespecting them and breaking in their cars. So then the rotation went. Then it was, the shows got tired. Then the balls came along, and then the balls was so long, and people were booking the clubs, and they was getting more money. Okay, you're gonna give me $3,000 to book my club to have this mini ball here. No, the regular people who went out to dance and to enjoy themselves wasn't going to stand there and watch something that was interesting to them. So it was a combination of things, but more or less, my thing now is, even if I bought a club, Tony bought a club, and Tyesse bought a club, and we opened it up, decorated it, had free food, who's going to perform? Won't nobody up their game? I've said it before. The queens that we looked up to, the Thelas, the Mahoganies, they're really too old. They have gotten older. I'm not saying they can't get up and do something in remembrance at a celebration of life. And I'm not being mean. I'm being fucking honest. They are not. Jasmine Masters is probably one of the youngest, most vibrant, whether you like her or not. I like her.
I love her.
One of the most young, vibrant, get dressed, get up and go, travel to Long Beach, travel to San Diego, like Fantasia, and perform where when you given that type of show, you expect to be paid. Whereas somebody like Lamont Masters give a show and it's a favor. And you go to the show and it's 31 people in the audience. So you done put on $100 worth of makeup to get $17 in tips. That makes no sense.
Okay. All right. That was better than I was. I was like, that was better than I was thinking.
The only way you'll get people back out to enjoy a good time, to me, is for somebody of stature, not me, because I'm semi-retired. I'm going to make an appearance, and it would only be one, but I ain't telling no bitches when I'm doing it. But somebody to give a show and demand quality performers, fly a few in, get some people like Sabrina, who will Tony Walk, aka Sabrina, who for something and certain people will shave that shit off and come and perform for you and give a show and charge one flat rate at the door, let them get their tips and go on about your business. But every Thursday thing, soon as the young queens find out that you got something going on every Thursday, that's what your club gonna be packed with. When they really came to see Tyesse, Jamaica, Flame Monroe, and everybody else who Jamaica got there, the young ones take over. And even people like me and Ebony Lane, and well, not so much Mahogany, but people like me, Ebony Lane, Martell, 14K, and I'm talking about people with a name that can pull a motherfucking crowd. We still got a young following. So how do you get away from that? I got new people. Hey, Auntie, Divine, who in the fuck is that? Oh, that's so-and-so son. Hey, baby, I don't know your name, but hey. So they gonna come and support you. So you can't cut them out.
Yeah.
So,
Sabrina, what do you think?
Well,
what went wrong? What went wrong? Because we can't. Everybody want to blame this shit on Jules selling the catch one. Jules was old. She was an older lady. She had to sell the catch. And we have to move on from Jules sold to catch one. Because to be honest with y'all, when Jewel had to catch one, girls wasn't packing in there the last days of it. You know what I'm saying? Let's just
Yes,
be honest.
what I say is so the things that are created for us that are nice, we don't support it. We don't support it either because we don't like the person giving it or whatever the case is. But I think in order for to have a thriving community and a thriving club life, you have to have people that like each other and can deal with each other enough for the sake of the community. Because
Mhm.
it's people that have pull that could really do some stuff, but because they don't want to cast their pearls upon swine. I mean, I literally get called to do so much. The and and I don't even know, but I'm gonna say this: Lamont Masters, Ebony Lane, Mother Rose, Mahogany. These people are the people that made me want to even host or do anything with the show. And then when I saw how great the need was for it being organized and put together properly, it made me want to do it even more. I just thought to myself, well, if this can be organized and coordinated to the point where the girls have a comfortable, this is in order for me to do a show somewhere with anybody. It's not even about me. It's about
Were you nervous? Because
uh,
I I know that I have a personality and I'm not shy. And I know I'm not scary on no motherfucking microphone. But when I decided to do my benefit, I went to Mother Rose first.
oh
And Mother Rose basically told me, this is my bread and butter. I can't do that.
yeah,
Because with the way I understood that it was no beef with me and Laverne. She said, when I get out, I get the door. The owner gets the bar. So Jamaica, how is this gonna work? It's a wonderful idea, and I'm sorry you infected, bitch. But
yeah.
I called Jewel, and Jewel said not so much fuck Laverne, but she understood. She knew that even though she was a club owner and never set foot in those other clubs, she basically knew what the nightlife was between the Caper Room, the Horizon, the Study, 6655, Circus, Peanuts, all that shit. And so she said, well, you can have the catch. I said, I don't have my money. This is a benefit. She said, there is no charge. So
Wow.
she unlocked the door and I had my whole production. But that night, Tony, oh my God, I was so scared. Because I had never done a show and I didn't know back then if Jamaica Jatoy, me doing Wanda was groundbreaking because nobody had ever done nothing like that in a lip sync show in LA.
Mhm.
But I didn't know if my name was strong enough to pull that crowd. Bitch, when they came and told me in that back room, girl, Miss Laverne gonna get you. There is 6 people at the Horizon. 6. Everybody is out there. And I stuck my head out that door and Fela and everybody that was with Laverne was in my show, was at my show, because I purposely didn't take it on her performers.
Yeah.
I did not. I didn't ask Latrice. My first benefit, I got my own people.
And it's
Tyra
and that,
Bell came for me because she wanted to. Tenero Lynn Fox came because she wanted to. Renee Devereaux came because she wanted to. I didn't ask Fela. I did not ask Mahogany. I did not ask them. DeMonica came because that was me and Martell best friend. But I was
Mhm.
scared.
Yeah, but I think that's another thing too, is that a lot of people feel like these are my performers, these are my performers. These girls are working girls, they show girls. You pay
Mhm.
them, they'll be your performer. I don't never want to keep a girl from making her money or none of that. But the requirement for me to even do a show is that my girls have to get paid. I don't care what's going on. They
Right.
absolutely have to get paid, and I would prefer them it to be 100 plus. The girls that have I have hired and I repeatedly hire them. I don't repeatedly hire them because it's favoritism. I repeatedly hire them because I know that if I call them, they got a bag and they're ready.
Right.
And that's the important part. But you have to have a proper dressing space, There has to be either fans, some type of circulation. The girls have to be able to eat and get drinks. The girls they absolutely have to have a place that is clean and sterile to get dressed. The worst thing in the world is to get these costumes made and you dragging them through piss and all of this stuff. No, nobody wants to do that.
Baby, because when I tell you, Tyesse know, because he used to perform at the study, it'd be 12 girls up in that bathroom.
Oh yeah.
We got dressed. We got dressed in that bathroom. That bathroom is about the size of my closet. I kid you not.
And we used to get dressed in the horizon. We used to get dressed in the horizon at the horizon in the kitchen.
We was in the back. We was in the back of the study in the parking lot getting dressed.
At some point, it got so bad, like the big girls, the plus size girls, me, Diamond Dynasty, all of us, Big Red. We went to the back. We went to the parking lot. It's like this is too much. Because you have one girl. I'm not gonna call her name, but she had a body odor on her that would just knock you to your knees, and it was like
Latrice.
No, not Latrice. No, I'm not gonna call her name, but her body odor was like, "Oh, girl," and then she would say, "I took a shower."
They were coming there.
Well, how did you smell before the shower?
It's 8 girls in there, and they're coming there and use the bathroom, and not just piss. They was shit. They were coming there and shit, and for all of these people and get up like nothing was, and you go, I can't do this. I can't do this.
That's why we all went. I went to the parking lot. I went to the parking lot. But you know what, ladies, as we get ready and gentlemen.
That was the same thing at the Caper Room too. When that little room was too full, we could dress in that little back area right there, little smoking area.
Wow.
But those days, like that's why when I watch Pose, I would cry the whole show of Pose, because those days are legendary. We cannot bring those days back. We can start something new, but we can't bring those days back. It was so much fun with the study.
It was.
There was the lodge with the late Miss Simone. You remember the lodge?
Mm-hmm.
And North Hollywood. There was the lodge. There was the annex. If you wanted to whoop a bitch ass, just go to the annex and whoop her. That was your space to beat a bitch down. You know. Then you had all that club on Washington. Sabrina.
The Wonder Bar.
No, the one where that man told you.
Yeah.
The
Horizon.
No, it was an older man. I think his name was Leroy. And he would say, "Don't sit right there." Diane Carroll used to sit right there. "Don't touch that. That's Billie Holiday's glass." Him.
Talking about Vintage Hollywood.
Vintage Hollywood. So it was a lot of places. And the Wonder Bar was legendary.
I never heard of that place.
His name was Leroy.
Yeah.
You couldn't sit down. Like, as soon as you sit down.
Club Lingerie.
That was Bouvier, the late great Bouvier. According to me, I know Jamaica feels different, but that was Bouvier Club.
He was very popular. He was late. He was great for his time. I just didn't fuck with her. But yeah, you can give him that title.
She was a legendary rocker.
I don't know nobody who outdid her when it came to some fraudulent shit.
Maybe Candy Kelly.
No, Candy Kelly's amount. Yeah, because that bitch made America's Most Wanted.
I remember that.
Right. And so did Miss DeWynn. But
I ain't seen her since Noah's Ark.
You don't want to.
Anyway, so
look at Tony.
So we had legendary nights. And I miss those days with my sisters and with my family. But before I let y'all go, before we get up out of here tonight, y'all, we have to talk about this train wreck at the Golden Globes. Since I have 2 industry veterans here tonight, Jared Carmichael at the fucking Golden Globes. I'm going to start with you, Sir Tony. Did you watch? Did you see it? Did you hear about it?
No, I didn't. I said only because, I don't ever want to be biased. I give people do their thing. And the industry,
I already know, because Sir Tony is probably going to be doing Jared Carmichael's, something with Jared Carmichael. But Jamaica, I know you saw it. So what happened?
Child, I wouldn't give a fuck if I was in charge of shaving Jared Carmichael's pubic hair next Saturday. I'm going to let her know, Mama, come here. Come closer. Come closer. Jared, what, what was you? Did you smoke something, Mama? Did you have one of Flame Monroe's gummies? That shit, it was hard to watch. It was
What
embarrassing. You know how you watch a comedian or you watch somebody sing in a performance and they're cracking and your heart kind of break, it sinks in the seat and you go, ooh, and you hurt for him like a comedian. That's how I felt for him.
I gotta
That's
watch
how I
it.
felt for him. But the overall show, I'm happy for everybody that won. But to me, for a bitch that votes as a member, it looked very okay. Y'all bitches wanted diversity. We're gonna give you this nigger faggot, and we're gonna let him host, and we're gonna give Quinta Brunson and Tyler Ferguson and Eddie Murphy and Angela Bassett, because comic shit don't never win, but they lost Chadwick Boseman. Yeah, we all cried. We're gonna give them all they shit tonight and keep them quiet for 2 years until we can put some more white shit back. That's what it felt like to me.
That's what it
And
felt
then to
like to
have
me.
him, he felt you can be black and host some shit and be black and cater to both audiences without looking like a nincompoop. And he catered too much to the white audience.
Yeah.
It was too much catering to the white audience. Like the shit about the Scientology, like some shit I don't think is funny. I'm not sensitive enough that like when somebody called me a faggot, I'm not finna type no whole page to human resources. I ain't that fucking sensitive. But there are some people that really, really struggle with that Scientology shit. And you came out with the Scientology joke about, I think Tom Cruise left these backstage. And then the Whitney Houston joke just took it over the top. I knew he had fucked up when he came back and they were talking during the intermission and he had to talk over them. And then after the second commercial, they were doing it a little bit louder. And he said, as you can see, everybody hasn't settled down, and went on with his introduction. I said, they don't give a fuck about him. They ready for her to go. It was
Yeah.
embarrassing.
Well, let's see if Tony Walker participated in this. Okay. And we're gonna get out of here. Being that you both work with celebrities, what is a celebrity? Name one celebrity you worked with and you were shocked at how nasty they were.
Jennifer Holiday, for me.
That's my idol.
Also,
That's my motherfucking idol. Hold up a damn minute.
then you go over there and bathe her.
Okay.
And tell her to stop cooking salmon on a hot plate in a closed up room. That's a salmon eating bitch.
Tony, did you meet a celebrity and they shocked you with their nastiness and meanness?
Tony,
The ultimate nasty celebrity was.
I was taken back because I had heard conversations of them on speaker with one of my really good friends who recently passed away, Terrence Lee Jones, and
Yes.
and he just, oh my gosh, she's so beautiful and she's so God fearing and you're just gonna love her, you're just gonna love her, and I'm just gonna say this because I think it's very important for the elders to also be mindful of how they treat the people coming up because you don't know how you can affect them. If I had not been seasoned and trained to deal with combative people, that would have great than I want people. But Evelyn Braxton.
From Braxton Family Values.
From who?
You said Evelyn Braxton?
yeah, Tony and Tamar's mama.
Oh, no, ma'am.
I mean, it really hurt my feelings more than anything because I had gotten the call that no one wanted to do it. I always approach the situation, well, I've dealt with the best of them and we good. So I know I can
Right.
do. And so I went and did it, and I was just thinking, well, maybe she's having her day, and it just got worse from there. And I just don't think that because she had never worked with me, she probably didn't know how seasoned I was and how who I was in the industry and how I was going to really take care of her. But it was really nasty.
Oh,
And
wow.
nothing. I just packed my stuff up. I packed my stuff up, um, and
Stop.
it
Oh,
went sideways from that. But I mean, literally, I picked my stuff up and I left, and I told her it was not a pleasure.
You told it
And
was not a pleasure.
I love Jennifer Holliday. Miss L. I love her. But I was really surprised. The hygiene, the way the room looked. She's much nice as all outdoors. But I was
Okay.
you asked the question, and I'm sorry, but that's it.
I'm talking about attitude, Jamaica. Attitude.
Oh, um,
Attitude.
there's two for me. There's a man and there's a woman. Man was Samuel L. Jackson when we shot Shaft. The
Okay.
first
And
one,
the woman.
not the second one, Regina Hall. The woman, she famous, but I don't know her name, Tyesse. But think back to Poetic Justice. She's been in a lot of shit. And the picnic scene with Maya Angelou.
Okay, I know what you're talking about.
That lady, that
Oh.
bitch, whoo! She wore me thin. She wore me thin. She said, Jamaica. I said, baby, I can't fuck with you. She went, I said, I can't. She
Wow.
just nasty to everybody. I'm the kind of person, I speak to everybody. I don't care if you dumping trash. I thank you. I don't act like you. That's what you're supposed to do. She just nasty. I don't like that. I don't like rude people. I don't give a fuck if you Mariah Carey. Bitch, say good morning to me if I see you in the elevator. You
Yeah.
can turn your nose up after you say it, but bitch, you gon' say it.
And not to
I don't
say-
like nasty, rude people.
I don't understand why people would want to work with someone that is uncomfortable. Like, why make somebody uncomfortable that has to
Yeah.
work for you and care for you? You should be that's the one person that you should be buddy with, so that they can do their job and get you everything that you want. But it seems to be different now. But the level of celebrity has changed for the person, and most of the people that have the fame that they have really have not been trained properly in their personal lives
I
to
remember
deal
one
with.
time, Lynn Whitfield, we was on the set, and she wasn't talking to me. I don't work for her. But I was on a set, and Lynn Whitfield, there was a bowl of fruit in there, and Lynn Whitfield walked in, and instead of her just saying, telling her assistant, can you have somebody remove the green leaves from around? She wants the strawberries ready to pick up and bite. So besides washing them, to shave that I guess it's fur on the green leaves on top of the strawberry. But the
Whatever it
way
is,
she
it's accident.
talked to people, the way she was like, they had done something. It's a fucking strawberry, bitch. Like, I don't get wrapped up in that celebrity shit. Once upon a time, before you became Lynn Whitfield, did you want somebody to talk to you like that?
That's my
I
whole
don't
thing,
tolerate
is
that from
respect.
nobody. I don't give a fuck who you
Exactly.
are.
That's me too. I don't have to be. I tell them, honey, I'm talented. I don't have to deal with disrespect at all. You don't. You
That's
don't.
why I'm so glad. I'm so glad that Aretha was, one of the nicest ladies in the business. You know what I'm saying? Okay. That being said,
Have you ever met Derek Rutledge?
I saw Derek Rutledge. What was that thing they used to have in LA? They had it at the El Rey Theater a couple of times. Some kind of little thing they have the gay men symposium. I saw him there one time years ago.
So do you know him? Or have you ever sat down and talked to him?
No.
Have you, Tony?
Yes, that's one of my really good
He
friends.
has some of the best fucking Aretha stories in the world. Monique
Okay,
loves Derek
we
Rutledge.
won't be talking about them tonight. We're not going to talk about them. We'll call Derek and we'll talk
No,
about it
they're
on.
not bad. Look, everybody know you love Aretha Franklin. Ain't nobody gonna say nothing bad about her, but they're funny, good stories. They are good ones.
Okay, they want to know. They want to know who was the nicest.
Man, for me, Ludacris.
Oh,
Woman, for me, my idol. You know who it is?
Nancy Wilson.
You goddamn right.
Oh, I
Okay.
love Nancy
Pure
Wilson.
elegance. Pure
And I know
elegance.
you, and I know Tony, his girl was the late great Vesta Williams. So
Oh yeah.
I know that was your heart.
Yeah, and see, and it's a difference. It's a difference between who is family, like more like family, and who is nice. But I've been so blessed for God to really just have me around the people that love me and I love them back. So I really deal with difficult people. The girls that I do get with, I mean, I love them. I take care of them. They realize I'm there to take care of them, and they let me take care of them. But
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I gotta take mine back.
Monique is the nicest.
Uh-uh.
Oh,
Monique is just cool as fuck. I'm talking about nice. Like
yeah,
you witness them with other people. You
yeah,
witness shit that they do. Shaq.
oh yeah, oh
Shaq.
yeah,
Shaquille
for
O'Neal.
sure. For
Shaq.
sure. I can see that.
I have been with Shaq when he has gotten on the bus and they said, "What's my itinerary?" And they gave him his itinerary and he had blocks in there and each one of them empty motherfucking blocks. He was doing something productive for the community. He loves an old folks home. He loves a convalescent home in a nigger neighborhood. Loves
Oh
it.
wow.
Yes. That's a must in any city he go to. Him and Monique, they're going to the nigger convalescent and feed the people and shit. Yeah, sit down and play checkers with him. He does that.
One more thing, one more thing. Have y'all had any disasters before stage? Anybody showing up drunk, pissy drunk, high, you know, last minute you had to throw them together. You had to prepare last minute. Anybody sloppy, pissy drunk, high as a kite. I
I've
don't
never
get you in
had a
no trouble.
I've never had a pissy drunk one, but when we were shooting Poetic Justice and we were looking for Tupac, that nigga had took Southwest, or back then I think it was called PSA Airlines, I believe, down here to LA to riot, and we ready to shoot the scene. Where's Tupac? Bitch, I don't know. His trailer over there. Go knock on it.
Uh,
Have you had any disasters, Tony Walker, before we get up out of here?
okay. So two of the nicest people, and people have different experiences with people. So some people will go, "Oh,
This my
that."
son Tony Walk. He's a celebrity.
Yeah,
Okay.
and so, Cat Williams, um, the
Who's that?
realist, the
My
Cat
boyfriend.
Williams.
Huh?
My boyfriend.
I didn't know you had a boyfriend. Hold on, Sabrina. I didn't know you had a boyfriend in Jamaica.
He right there.
Hi, boyfriend.
How y'all doing?
I'm
Good. How are
fine.
you?
All right.
So Jamaica, hold on, Tony. So Jamaica,
Oh, yeah,
we be talking
shifted.
on the phone. You never told me that.
Tyesse, look what he put.
Are you serious?
He put Dion up there, bitch.
That is hilarious.
Tyesse is in shock right now because I don't do the boyfriend thing. Everybody knows that.
Okay.
Well,
Anyway,
see, things are changing, and it's good, and that's good, and that is so good, Jamaica, because you are such an amazing person. Somebody deserves to have you in their life.
Oh,
So that's
I'm
great.
blessed.
It's good,
I'm
honey.
blessed.
It is nothing out here, honey. Go on to get you a man. Make sure he take care of you. You take care of him, and that's the way it should be. Because, baby, at this rate, ain't nobody gonna have nothing. Ain't nobody gonna have nobody to take care of them.
and
I
he
think
don't know. He don't know nobody, bitch.
And good, he ain't got to.
He don't
that's
know.
the best.
He
He
That's
don't
the
know.
best
He don't.
one.
Let me
He
tell
know
you.
you.
And
He know
he
He's a
you.
found me.
keeper.
He found me. I didn't find him.
Good.
He's a
That was
keeper.
and that was real hard to do.
He don't know a he don't know a Martell, a 14K, a Laruska.
He's a keeper.
At all. That's
He
it.
don't know nobody.
That's it. Oh, and Dorinda Clark. Dorinda Clark was the sweetest, most loving. I mean, we had so much fun just upon me. Like we had so much fun. It was amazing.
You know
Yeah,
who
she was
found
really great.
you know who I like and I think it's really, really sweet that I met just recently? Um the Kiki Karen Sheard's daughter, whatever her name is. I
Oh,
don't listen to
Kiara
gospel.
Shear.
Kiki.
Okay, her. I met her at the me and Anthony Anderson was together, and we met her at the South Carolina or either Charleston, one of them, Black Expo. She
Mhm.
was so sweet to me. She said, "Hey, $40." I said, hey, girl. I didn't know who the fuck she was.
Oh my God. Well, listen, y'all. I have enjoyed this conversation. Can I get a commitment that y'all will come back to Tyesse After Dark?
I love
I
you.
ain't
Tyesse.
fucking with you.
If your schedule permits, will you be back?
Bitch,
Yeah.
I'm busy. I'm booked and busy.
Well, I'm coming back, Tyesse.
Oh,
And look, I see you got that cup. I see
look
you
how Tyesse
sipping.
looking at me. I said I'm
So-
booked and busy. Look how Tyesse is looking at me.
First of all,
Look, Tyesse. He got a man, honey. He ain't got time for us.
baby, listen. I'm gonna go ahead and start sewing this wedding dress, honey.
No,
And
this
give me a
bitch
bag.
this bitch finna hang up and call me back and say, now when did this happen?
I am sitting here shocked. I am shocked, boots. But I'm gonna go and get me a bag of rice and
Look.
start making this wedding dress.
His name is Ricky.
Hi, Ricky.
How you doing?
And
Oh,
look,
you got a deep voice. What sign is he? What sign is he, Jamaica?
Virgo.
I'm a Virgo.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay, all right.
His birthday is 4 days after mine.
Okay. So his birthday is September 10th.
Yeah.
Okay.
You better know my birthday, bitch.
wow.
Yeah, I know your birthday. Sabrina's birthday is May 5th.
I told Ty, well,
Oh,
first of all,
wait. Sabrina's birthday is May 3rd.
Yeah.
May 3rd, not May 5th, May 3rd. Okay.
Yeah.
so I want to say to you, thank you so much. I see your progress. I love your background and your Air Force One Michelle Obama headphones, bitch. Pull them up. Yes, those cash apps are working for mother. I see an extra coat of gloss on your mug. She got a name brand chair, bitch. They can hold her ass up. She
But
can
that's
rock
what you
back
do.
and forth. She can fall out and know she ain't gonna hit that motherfucking floor. Yes,
For the
mother.
record, that's what you do. When you become successful in what it is that you're investing your time in, that's the first thing you do. You invest back.
You show people where your cash apps is where their cash apps is going. Now you
Yes.
got to put a plant on your desk, bitch, and start giving us some fascinators. Glue some fascinators up here on your scalp.
You know what? Fuck you, Jamaica.
Wait,
I love y'all.
No, but okay. So Tyesse, so Jamaica, I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell Tyesse this while you on the phone. Tyesse, call me because you know it's the things we gotta hook you up with that would be amazing for your channel and all of that. So
we were on that, and then all of that shit happened.
exactly. So when
And
you
that shit just sucked. All of that shit just sucked me up, and I forgot. I couldn't focus. But I know.
Yeah. So, but it's still here.
What happened with the game?
Let me know when you're ready because I think that would be
charging my
great.
controller.
I think you
My
are an
headphones
amazing
don't charge.
entrepreneur, and I know you would ask
Oh,
questions that people would not even think of. You're just great. You're a great interviewer.
All right.
So let's get it going. Let me know when you're ready.
I already know. I love you, Jamaica. I love you, Sir Tony. You guys follow them on social media at Jamaica Toy and Tony Walk. They're Tony Walk and Jamaica Toy on social media. Follow them right now.
And I'm in concert at the Mint on Valentine's Day.
With Lettucey.
No, by myself. Lettucey is in
Oh,
concert.
I know you have your concert date. What day is that?
Valentine's Day.
Tony Walk.
Okay, and Lettucey is going to be at Carnegie Hall on the 23rd.
Yes, February 23rd.
You can't make it at
Okay.
My boy.
And she just got nominated for Best New Breakout Artist. I mean, Best New Breakout Actress.
For my
For Mahalia.
NSFW Awards.
For Mahalia.
Yes.
Okay. Jamaica, are you doing BMF season 3 or?
Yeah.
What do you have to tell us, Jamaica?
I don't know. I haven't even seen the script.
Okay. Well, do you have anything else going on? Are you going to the Macy's closeout sale or?
I'm booked and busy for February through July. Flying everywhere. I got a bunch of appearances with other people, but there are no movie roles or nothing up for me. Monique called last week and asked me, was I interested in doing BMF? And I told her, bitch, I don't do taxes. So if she can pay me under the table, that's cool. I got some reparations going on, bitch. I can't be taxed.
Hey, Tyesse, did you see Sabrina and Melanie Camacho's boosters?
What? We got to, whenever y'all are available again, I got to bring y'all back on. We may bring in some other LA legends. I love me some Sabrina and some Jamaica Jatoy. I love y'all. I'm almost out of time. I will see y'all. We talk on the phone anyway, so I'll talk to y'all later. Jamaica, I'm gagging about this husband. How did you keep that a secret?
Get it, Jamaica.
What was I supposed to do? Go on Facebook and say in a relationship?
Yes. All right, y'all. Bye. Bye, y'all. Love y'all.
He is dying over here.
That was
That's my brother-in-law, honey. That's my new brother-in-law.
He is hollering over here.
Look,
That's my damn brother-in-law.
Bitch, be happy. That was an exclusive.
Yeah, your sister gonna make you
can make the title exclusive from Jamaica Jatoy.
Yeah, I'm gonna make him a lasagna. I'm gonna take it over there and make him a lasagna. Bye, y'all.
Wait. He said we should go to his show.
Come on.
Where is it?
Yeah.
Where's your show gonna be? Carnegie Hall, right?
No, it's gonna be at the Mint on Pico and.
The Mint on Pico, on Pico. And that's coming up Valentine's Day. I will be there, brother. I will be there.
Yeah, I want to come and support because if you can make it at the Mint, they said you the shit. That's a Def Jam legend that said that. Def Comedy Jam legend said that.
I'm blessed.
All right.
He'll be there by his motherfucking self because I don't feature you like that, girl.
Bye, y'all. Bye.
Bye. Love you.